Good morning, students. Now we are going to see the problem on Unit 2. Before going into the problem, we have to know the difference between what is fixed beam and what is simply supported beam. In fixed beam, the both ends are fixed, so there will not be any moment in the ends. But in simply supported beam, the both ends only have supports which are free to rotate and have no moment resistance, because that is not actually fixed and only have supports at the ends. Let us see one example for solving simply supported beam. A freely supported beam of 4 meter effective span carries a load of 10 kN per meter over the right end half of the span and a point load 22 kN at a distance of 1 meter from the left support. Construct the shear force and bending moment diagrams. You see the diagram. In this we have 4 points, that is A, B, C and D. In this we have two supports at the both end A and D, and we have a point load of 22 kN at point B and UDL load, that is uniformly distributed load of 10 kN per meter on between C and D, and the distance between A and B is 1 meter and B and C is 1 meter and the distance between C and D is 2 meter. The total length of the span is 4 meter. In this problem we have to construct shear force and bending moment diagram. Before calculating the shear force values and bending moment values, we have to calculate the reactions at the both end, that is the support reactions RA and RD. For that we have to take the moment about A, that is RD into total length of the beam, that is RD into 4 meter equal to point load into distance between A and B plus UDL load into distance between C and D into open the bracket length between C and D divided by 2 plus length between A and C and close the bracket, that is 22 into 1 meter plus 10 into 2 into inside the bracket 2 by 2 plus 2. So the final value for the reaction at the right end, that is RD equal to 20.5 kilo Newton. We know that the total reactions, that is RA plus RD equal to the load acting on the beams, that is point load plus UDL load. So point load is 22 kilonewton plus the UDL load. For UDL load we have to multiply with the distance between the load acting. So it is 10 into 2. 2 is the distance between C and D. So the final value for reaction at A, RA is 21.5 kilonewton. So after finding the reactions at both ends, we have to calculate the value for shear force. So what is shear force? It is the force in the beam acting perpendicular to its longitudinal axis. We know that the axial force, that is the force acting parallel to its longitudinal axis. So while calculating shear force value, we have to know what is shear force. So for finding shear force at D, the formula is minus RD. So RD is the reaction at the right end D, and the negative symbol is given because of the force acting downwards and the reaction acting upwards. So SF at D equal to minus RD, that is minus 20.5 kilonewton. After finding SF at D, we have to find SF at C. So what is SF at C? It is minus RD plus load between C and D into length between C and D, that is minus 20.5 plus 10 into 2. So the value for SF at C is minus 0.5 kilonewton. After finding SF at C, we have to calculate SF at B. So it is SF at C plus point load at B. So we already calculated the SF at C, that is minus 0.5 plus point load at B is 22. So the value for SF at B is 21.5 kilonewton. So then we have to calculate SF at A. So SF at shear force at A is a reaction at A, that is 21.5 kilonewton. After finding the values of shear force, we have to find bending moment values. So for BM at D, we already know that the BM at the support should be 0 for simply supported beam, that is BM at D is and BM at A, the both ends the moment bending moment will be 0. BM at D and BM at A will be 0. So we have to calculate only the BM at C and BM at B. For finding BM at C, we know the formula, that is RD into length between C and D minus load acting between C and D into L square by 2, that is the length of the C and D. So the final value for BM at C is 21 kilonewton meter. After finding BM at C, we have to calculate BM at B, that is a bending moment at point B, that is RD into length between B and D minus UDL into length between C and D into inside the bracket length between C and D divided by 2 plus distance between B and C, that is RD into 3 meter minus 10 into 2 inside the bracket 2 by 2 plus 1. So the final value for BM at B is 21.5 kilonewton. So finally we have calculated all the values for shear force and bending moment. After finding the values, we have to construct the shear force and bending moment diagram. Join the SF values. So while joining the SF values, we have to join the value between C and D by inclined, because the load is UDL. So other SF value we have to join by straight line, because that is only point load. After constructing SF shear force diagram, we have to construct bending moment diagram. In this bending moment diagram, we have to join the BM values between C and D by parabolic curve because of UDL load, other by straight inclined line. Okay. In this diagram, we can see that BM is maximum at point B, because after B only the sign is changes. So this is the final diagram of SFD and BMD for simply supported beam, which has a point load of 20 kilonewton and 10 kilonewton and UDL of 10 kilonewton per meter. Thank you, students.